What's going on, everybody? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to yet another video here on the Next DIY Lawn channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So for those of you guys who've been watching this channel for a bit, you guys know that we have a lot of awesome like-minded creators here who have just been showcasing a lot of awesome cocktails within the Next Fertility line. What I want to do today is I actually want to expound on something a little bit different. We're actually going to be spraying my lawn today, but what I'm going to be doing today is I'm actually going to be showing you guys the step-by-step process that I go through every time I go about spraying my lawn. I'm going to show you guys everything, all the way from the initial mixing of the product all the way to the spraying techniques that I use when I go about spraying the lawn. So that's going to be today. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so as I've mentioned in the very intro of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how to spray the lawn, and I'm going to be doing it more specifically with a backpack or a battery style sprayer. All my hose end friends, you're going to have to wait till later. We're going to have to do something for you guys later on down the road. What? Dude, what's wrong? Don't tell me you forgot the most important thing out of every video that we do. Anything. You always forget. What? We've been filming together for how long? And I've always reminded you at the beginning of every shoot. I have no idea what's wrong. GreeneCountyFert.com/DIY.
Oh,
when in doubt, you know, the PDF thing, the low quality. How could you forget that, man? That's like two of our best selling facts on our products. It's what makes everybody want to buy them. And the fact that you couldn't even remember that at the beginning of this video just blows my mind. Well, actually, it doesn't. Because come on. Every time we shoot together and the camera just doesn't happen to be running, you always put it on me to remind you of the lines. When in doubt, print the PDF out. Go to GreeneCountyFert.com/DIY. You scroll down that page, you'll be able to find all those folders and cubbies for all of our products and best-selling combos that you still don't seem to know about. Everything you need to know, from spec sheets, application rates, it's all there to eliminate the confusion or the overthinking upon the customer. So everything you need to know on that page, GreeneCountyFert.com/DIY. You forget to mention that? How could you forget to mention that? And on top of that, you're getting professional, and on top of that, professional quality products. Professional quality products that all of the pros have been using out on the field. Can we get back to work now? Every time we shoot together, man. Stop. Every time we shoot together. Okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you. Just do your job. Okay, so once you got your sprayer and your product ready to go, now it's time to go ahead and begin the mixing procedure. So what you want to do, no matter what sprayer it is, no matter what size tank it is, it's always a good idea to fill the tank up halfway with water before you add in any product, no matter what dilution rate you're mixing at, because the idea here being is that we want to make sure that we have a nice pre-dilution base ready to go when we pour our product in, so then that way the product can break down and soften up and smooth over a little bit before it gets in your sprayer line, because the last thing you want to do is pour raw product in your sprayer, especially before mixing it with water, because what can happen is the product, while it's good stuff, can potentially chunk up and clog your sprayer depending on what product or cocktail you're mixing up. So it's always a good idea to fill your sprayer up halfway with water first, so make sure that you do that. Once you've got your water in, now it's time to go ahead and mix your products or cocktails or whatever you're going to do. Now, for all of my beginner friends out there who are just hopping on the liquid fertility train, I highly recommend you practice with the RGS product. The spotlight shines greatly on this product here in our fertility line, as it is one of those very versatile products. You can use it for anything, and on top of that, if you go over the top with it, or maybe you don't put enough down, it's not going to have any negative effect on the grass whatsoever, so there's no harm, no foul to worry about if you do go over the top. Now, I will say this, if you do feel a little inconfident in your application, all you have to do afterwards is just water it in for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll have nothing to worry about all will be fine. One of the biggest questions I'm going to get when it comes to mixing a product is going to be, Jake, how many ounces of product can I put in my sprayer at one time? Now, this is a very common question that a lot of people are going to ask, because when you mix our products, we're mixing on an ounces per thousand basis. So a lot of people want to know, how many ounces of product can I put in? Or in other words, how many square feet can I cover in one spray mix? Well, my friends, that really depends on what you want to do. And what I mean by that is, it really depends on how fast you want to walk, if I'm going to be honest with you. For all of my beginner friends, I highly recommend that you implement the ounces per gallon concept. Basically what that means is you're equating the ounces per thousand on the product to ounces per gallon. A good example of that would be the RGS product. You can apply the RGS product anywhere from 3 to 6 ounces per thousand square feet. As a beginner, it's a great idea to assume that 3 to 6 ounces per thousand is also 3 to 6 ounces per gallon. So basically, however many ounces you're going at, 3 to 6 per 1 gallon of water, which if you're spraying out of a 2-gallon or a 4-gallon sprayer, can cover 2,000 to 4,000 square feet. You get the idea. 1 gallon covers 1,000 square feet. Great concept to practice if you are a beginner. Now, if you're a little more advanced and you want to have a little bit more fun, maybe dial in that walking speed a little bit, walk a little faster, cover a little more ground in less time, you can actually add a little bit more product, and you can actually put enough in to cover your entire lawn in one shot. So if you're spraying out of a 4-gallon backpack sprayer and you have 10,000 square feet, or if you have a 2-gallon sprayer and you have 5,000 square feet, you can put enough product in to do that. So for instance, if you're doing 3 ounces per thousand or 6 ounces per thousand RGS, you can put 30 to 60 ounces in there to cover 10,000 square feet. So you can do that, no harm, no foul there. But just know that if you are going to do that, you are lowering the dilution of product. The product's highly concentrated, for lack of a better word, and because of that, you're going to have to compensate by walking faster as you have more product in the tank that you have to get out over a large amount of area in little time. The lower the dilution rate, the faster you have to walk to get the product out evenly. Just something to keep in mind. From here, all you want to do is just finish your fill. If need be, depending on how much product you did put in your sprayer, it's a good idea to fill up the rest of the way with water again, just to keep that high dilution. Even if there's just that much left, it's a good idea to put more water in there. The more water you have with these products, the smoother they're going to flow. Remember that. So if you have a little bit of space in there, just go ahead and fill it all the way up to the 2 or 4 or however many gallon marker you have. Fill it all the way up to the top. Make sure that sprayer is full, and you should be good to go. Once you've got it filled up, put the lid on, agitate the sprayer a little bit. We want to improve the overall consistency of that product, make it a little smoother, so then when we start spraying, the product is ready to go through the line. Speaking of the line, a good thing to do when you're done shaking it is to take the lid back off, take the spray gun and stick it back in the tank and just go ahead and recirculate that product for a good minute. Doing so will just help things get through the line, ensure that the product we just mixed is in the line, so then that way once we get out and we actually start spraying, we don't have to worry about a little bit of lag at the beginning, which can happen if you do not do this test ahead of time. We can just go ahead and start spraying, and the mist will be smooth and consistent the entire way through, all the way beginning to end. So good thing to do before you start spraying is just recirculate it through the sprayer, so then that way again the product is through the line, flowing smoothly, ready to go for spraying. Alright, now for the fun part that all of you guys have been waiting for. Well, at least I've been waiting for this, and that is going to be spraying the lawn. Now, as far as spraying the lawn here, there are a couple of techniques we need to go over, but pretty much all it is just walking the lawn in a grid, back and forth, covering the entire thing evenly. Now, I will say this, as far as technique goes and holding the wand, I highly recommend you keep it at knee height. As a matter of fact, I've talked about this before in weed control videos on my channel, keeping the nozzle at knee height, but the only difference is going to be how we're spraying, really, because as opposed to spraying weeds where we're being selective and only spraying where we see them and not where we're not, we're actually going to be blanket spraying this, obviously, because it's a product meant for the good of the entire lawn, so we want to make sure that we get it down everywhere evenly. All you're going to do is you're going to keep that nozzle at knee height. It's going to be not too high to the point where it's susceptible to drift, and not too low to the point where you're just dead on the plant. It's going to be just right to the point where you have a nice wide array to give you a a nice wide swath as you walk, and on top of that, just walk the lawn back and forth, spraying in a nice grid. As far as overlap goes, we literally want edge to edge. Maybe a little slight overlap wouldn't hurt, but we literally want edge to edge with the spray pattern. If you ensure that, you're going to be good, especially if you're spraying one of our foliar products like 700, 002, you name it. The fertility products are pretty much foliar. If you're spraying a product like that can change the color of the turf, it's a great idea to have little to no overlap and make sure it's even, so then that way you don't have to worry about any uneven color or striping or anything within that regard. Alright guys, so there you go. There's pretty much everything I have to teach you step by step about how I go about spraying my lawn. Now as an added bonus, I will say this, it's a great idea to go ahead and triple rinse your sprayer when you're done with the application. Now with the N-Ext products, that's not always necessary, especially if you're just spraying nothing but N-Ext products out of your sprayer and you practice like I do, having a sprayer dedicated to N-Ext products and another one for weed control. You don't have to triple rinse every single time because the overall nature of the N-Ext products, when they're mixed properly, will actually clean out your sprayer for you. So it's not something that needs to be done all the time, but it's nice to do it here and there just to make sure that things are cleaned, looking good, and prepped for that next application that is yet to come a couple of weeks down the road. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. And if you have any additional questions, leave those down below as well. I'd be more than happy to answer those and help you guys out. So yeah, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.